In a small town nestled deep in the woods, there was a little girl named Sarah. Sarah was a sweet and innocent child who loved to play with her dolls. She had a collection of them, but her favorite was a porcelain doll with long, flowing black hair and piercing blue eyes. One day, Sarah's parents brought home a new doll for her. It was a beautiful doll, with delicate features and a hauntingly lifelike appearance. Sarah was overjoyed and immediately took the doll to her room to play with it. But as the days passed, strange things began to happen. Sarah would wake up in the middle of the night to find the doll sitting at the foot of her bed, its eyes glowing in the darkness. She would hear whispers coming from the doll, telling her to do things she knew were wrong. At first, Sarah tried to ignore the strange occurrences, but they only grew more frequent and more sinister. The doll seemed to have a hold over her, controlling her thoughts and actions. Sarah's parents grew concerned, but they couldn't bring themselves to take the doll away from their daughter, who had grown so attached to it. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah's behavior became more erratic and violent. She would scream and cry for no reason, and her once bright eyes now held a dark and empty gaze. The townspeople whispered that the doll was possessed, that it had taken control of Sarah's soul. One night, as a storm raged outside, Sarah's parents heard a blood-curdling scream coming from their daughter's room. They rushed in to find Sarah lying on the floor, her body contorted in unnatural positions, the doll standing over her with a malevolent grin on its face. In a panic, Sarah's parents grabbed the doll and threw it into the fireplace, watching as it burned to ashes. But even as the flames consumed the doll, they could still hear its sinister laughter echoing through the house. From that day on, Sarah was never the same. She was haunted by the memories of the possessed doll, and the darkness that had taken hold of her never truly left. The townspeople whispered of the cursed doll and the little girl it had possessed, a cautionary tale of the dangers that lurked in the shadows. And so, the legend of Sarah the possessed doll lived on, a chilling reminder of the horrors that can come from playing with forces beyond our control.